Hey everybody, I'm Ilushia. Today we're playing Phantasy Star 3, and it's going to be awesome. So we were on our way to go and talk to an old man about a boat, with a cyborg in our party. Also, we both appear to be wearing circlets, but I think that's actually supposed to be the light reflecting off of our hair. It's kind of difficult to tell. Also, you can't really tell with just two people in the party, but the rest of your party follows your path along the ground precisely. So when you've got a full 5-person party, I always like to walk in weird patterns and watch them all train around in weird directions. Yeah, I'm kind of strange like that. Now, what do you have to sell for me? See, he sells ribbons and vests, but those aren't actually useful because Miu already has those. I would really like to have enough money to buy some of the other stuff in this town. So I think I'm actually going to go and I want to buy, there is two specific items I really want to buy before we go out to fight the first real dungeon in the game. Both of them are weapons. I want to buy, in here, I would like to buy a second claw from you. And I would like to buy a short sword for my main character, although that is a lot of money. So I think I'm actually going to go and step outside and kill 1 or 2 groups of enemies, and then come back in here and buy the second claw, so that we can at least have the claw on Miu before we leave, because she can dual-wield claws, and dual-wielding claws is actually very, very effective, as it basically doubles her ability to do damage, because she attacks twice each time she attacks as her claw. So it is very much worth it to buy, like, a second weapon for her as quickly as you can. Because it makes combat way faster and easier. Especially considering she hits like a truck compared to my main character right now. When we get the short sword, that'll change a bit. Our main character will start actually doing somewhat decent damage. Let me hit one more group of enemy. Actually, I should probably hit a couple more. I want to have enough to actually rest in him before we leave as well, so I need to get to like at least 85 money. Oh, boo. That should pretty much put us where we need to be. I think I need one more fight and then we'll be good. I know it's kind of weird and like strange to consider me doing this much effort. There is another town, so if you don't bother to come back here, there is actually a third town you can wander off to. But there isn't any reason to go there at this point, and we'll have to go there a little bit later anyway. And we haven't been pointed there by anything yet. Where the heck is money? Oh, there it is. Money. 85, yes. So we're going to be completely broke after we finish doing this, but that's okay. It's really important that you remember what all of the spells do. Unfortunately, I don't... Oh, crud. It's 10 to stay here, right? Not 5, 10. Okay. I'll tell you what, folks. I'm going to pause the recording briefly and go and do this without wasting your time doing it. I will be right back. Alright, and now we're back. I have actually gotten enough money. It did not take very long. We ran into some fairly tough groups of enemies, but thankfully with 2 of us it was not actually very hard to beat them. Miu carries it. Nope, that's it. Give her her second claw. Equip her claw in the left hand as well. And there we go. Now she's got 2 claws, which is actually very, very good. And we will set off for the dungeon. This is our first real dungeon, and it's fairly... I don't remember if it's all that long, but it'll probably be basically the rest of this video, and it may actually go into next video. It's not super short. And we were actually very nearly leveling up on Miu. Also, she's poisoned. Oh, that's what poison does. I remember now. Poison prevents you from regaining health, which is actually rather nasty. I don't know if I have enough money to cure it either. So you want to cure poison before you stay at the end, because otherwise you won't regain any health from staying at the end. Which is not good. Ilushia's. Yes, I do actually barely have enough. Thankfully she's only down like 2 hit points, so it's probably not a big meaningful thing for me to have not healed her, but it could be kind of annoying. I'm really annoyed that this thing doesn't seem to want to work with my Xbox controller. I don't know what's going on with that. On the plus side, it is now working with the button that starts and stops my recording software, so I can actually save the way that the game, the virtual console thing that I'm playing it on wants me to. I'm playing it on the collections thing. Welcome aboard! There's someone holed up in the cave on the island. I hear he stole a gem. Remember, we were told that the sapphire was needed to cross the thingy? Old man, see the palace down there in the muck? Our oldest legend says the evil dark force is trapped there by the sword of Arachio. Remember that, it will be important much later in the game. Like 30 hours from now, or something ridiculous like that. Oh, and this is the group that kicked my butt last time when I was alone. But I am not alone this time, so we'll see how it goes. You see, this is why I wanted the second claw for her, because now she hits twice every round in combat. And since she hits very hard, it's a really good idea to do that. You can speed up combat considerably by just tapping throughout the fight. Because that speeds through the menus. Also, Miu leveled. Yay, levels. Levels are a good thing. That does not heal her, however. She is going to heal herself. With Reds. There we go. Yeah, I don't recall exactly how much health Res can usually restore, but it's quite a bit. Alright, well, we have reached our first real dungeon. Part of the reason why I'm a little bit worried about cutting out fights too much is because while they are kind of annoying, they don't tend to be super common. This is not the kind of game where you're going to run into a fight like every single step you take in every dungeon. You'll run into them fairly regularly, but not super common. And I don't feel really all that right cutting them out, because that is a large portion of the game. Like, a lot of what you're going to be doing is go through dungeon, fight enemies, looking for a thing that you're supposed to be doing in that dungeon. And I don't really feel right just cutting all of that out. Yep, see, and we're making it through this pretty easily. And Reese leveled up. Yay, levels. Levels are good. Yep. And we got a ways to go before we'll hit their level, so... I'm not too worried about us dying in here. Like, we've got healing spells, and we've got fairly tough for this point in the game, because I invested in all that armor, and I got a second weapon from you. If you try to do this without bothering to get the second weapon from you, it can be a lot harder. Like, a lot harder. Oh, and we're both breaking it. That's kind of bad. And one goes down, and the other goes down. Thankfully, we're making lots and lots of money, so we should be able to afford that short sword by the time we get out of here. For those who are wondering, I am actually just following the right-hand wall. It's the easiest way to get through most of the dungeons in the game, as it is in many games. I don't think it works for every dungeon. There are dungeons where doing that will get you lost, and it will take you ages to get anywhere. Because frequently the actual staircase is not necessarily on the wall if someone's in the dungeon. I don't have any way to heal that. G-Res is, I believe, heals everyone. Anti removes poison. But there's no point in me anti-ing someone because I can't heal them anyway, so... Oh, dang it. Okay, that might actually be a reason to heal someone. So. I don't recall if there's actually any way to check what an item does. Like, if there's any way in-game to see what items and techniques do. Like, I've got some weird ones here, like Fanbi and Forsa and Nasak and Shu. Those are, I believe, combat spells. I don't recall what they do at all. I'll be honest with you. I don't recall what Rever does either. But we have a way to cure ourselves of poison if we need to. And we have an item that'll heal us if we need it. So, hey, there's an antidote, which will also cure poison. Huzzah! A moose. Moose. Freaking moose. I mean, look at it. It is. It's a moose. And it's even called Moose. M-O-O-S. Ow. Holy crud, that was a lot of damage. the other person, thankfully. Alright, well, Mew gained a level again. Ow, also. Okay, antidote. And Diamond. Which kills him full. I believe that trying to do this, yeah, just wastes the ATP, which sucks. Oh well. This would cost more TP than it said it would. That's weird. Yeah, that is one problem. It doesn't stop you from doing things like that, so yeah. This may be a little bit of a nightmare. I'll be honest with you. Also, this video is likely to run long because I'm probably going to want to try to finish the entire dungeon in one video. I will not be able to do that for some of the later dungeons, I will be honest with you. Like, even if I cut out all the fights, I still probably couldn't finish all the dungeons in one go. Okay, and here's a dude. Lyle! Hi, I'm Lyle. Yes, I do have the sapphire. I don't really need it, so you're welcome to it. I'd like to join you on your adventure, but I have other things to do now. See you around! Now we get the sapphire. So apparently he was some guy that stole the sapphire and hid in a cave, and then blew us off. Which is a little strange, but whatever. And we're on our way back. So it's not actually a super long dungeon in this case, thankfully. There are some of them that are much, much bigger than this. This is the introductory dungeon. Like, just wait until we get to the weather station. Ooh boy. I hate that place. Yes, there's a weather station in the game. It's not actually that much spoilers. It's not something we will reach for quite a while, but by the time we reach it, we will know what it is, so it's not like it's a secret that that's where we're going when we're going there. And you will find out why we have to go there, eventually. And I don't think there's anything else really of all that much interest in this cave other than monsters. Lots and lots of monsters. Surprise monster. We run away! Surprise, we run away! Because, holy crap, that's a lot of moles and a moose. And I don't like fighting the moose. So we are ambushed. Considering how much damage the moose did to us, I'm pretty sure you can understand why I don't want to fight the moose. Like, it kicked our butt last time. I like that the music changes depending on the state of the combat. When it gets all tense, it's like your characters are almost near dying, and when it plays a different tune if you're going to kill all of the enemies that turn, which I find kind of odd, but interesting. Like, watch. See that it plays this music on the turn that you're going to win the fight. There are actually some kind of odd audio cues in the game, which I find kind of weird in an RPG. It's not something you usually see in RPGs. That is another moose. We surprise the monster! We run away. I am not fighting the moose. The moose are too tough. Hey, we found a shield. I don't think I actually need a shield, because I'm pretty sure I bought one. Yep, we have a shield already, so... That shield is useless. We can sell it. There is some advantages to you surprise the monsters. I'm like tempted to try and fight them when I have surprise like that, because it gives you a free round of combat, and I could probably take out most of the guys in the front row as a result. But my concern is that the moose hits so hard that it's just going to kill us before we have a chance to do anything. It's going to kill one of my characters before we have a chance to finish off. Which would be rather bad, because I have no way to revive them. And we gain more levels. You get a lot of experience and money out of this. Which is not surprising, it is the first dungeon in the game. Comparative to the world map that we have gained so far, it's quite a lot tougher, but it gives you way better rewards. And we will kill them this turn. Yay! That's surprising. Mew does quite a lot of damage. She hits like a truck compared to our main character at this point in the game. That difference in damage will be somewhat lower once I actually get a better weapon for our main character, but until then, it's basically going to be she kills everything and he stands around soaking damage sometimes. Which is is going to really suck if she ends up... escape pipe. I may actually just use that. Well, I'm going to keep going until Miyu gets KO'd. And then after she gets KO'd, I will escape pipe out of here. Which probably won't take very long, truthfully. Yep, there she goes. Now, I am going to actually run away and then use the escape pipe, because trying to fight this without her help would suck. Use the escape pipe. Yay, it puts us at the entrance. I believe that's the last item we would have found anyway, because the entrance was just off to the right. So I don't think we missed anything. And you don't miss anything vital in there anyway. Like, all you're going to find, even if there is anything else, is probably some healing items and maybe another, like, a slightly better weapon. And unfortunately now we have to pay to have her revived and to have our characters remove their, have their poison removed. But that's actually not too hard. And we will go and do that and rest in the inn, and I think that will be it for this session. Services cost 50 Mesta. Oh. Boo! That put us back below the cost of the sword. So had I used the escape pipe as soon as we found it, I would have actually been able to afford to buy the short sword. I don't think that poisoning survives being KO'd. It does. Oh boy. So it turns out that being poisoned lasts through dying. That's annoying. Okay, I'm going to rest in the inn and save. And then I'm going to, between this episode and next episode, I'm going to make enough money to buy the short sword and buy it. So we will resume next time with me having the short sword. And mostly just because I think it's a very convenient thing to have, and it will help pump up our main character's ability to actually do something useful in a fight quite a lot. But we gained 2 levels going through that dungeon. I made a lot of money. We went from, like, literally 0 money to over 200 just doing that dungeon. So, yeah, that was an experience. Thank you for joining me. I have been Ilushia. You all have been awesome. This has been really enjoyable so far. I will see you guys next time as we continue to travel through the lands of Phantasy Star 3, Generations of Doom.